Alright, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a few good crypto news articles for you today, and so let's just jump right on in. We have, oh my god, hacked! Twitter blocks Elon Musk after a Bitcoin tweet. So in a move which focused attention on the social media platform's controversial cryptocurrency policy, Twitter cuts off access to Musk's account after he sent a tweet as part of a debate on a separate topic. So Twitter thought I got hacked and locked my account, he subsequently confirmed. And so apparently he's no longer blocked because he said Twitter thought I got hacked and locked my account. Cryptocurrency figures were quick to react. UK-based entrepreneur investor Alistair Milne suggesting the tweet's inclusion of the term Bitcoin had unfairly led to the block, which would not have happened with posts containing certain other terms. So a tweet about, oh my god, a Bitcoin hack locked his account, he summarized. So, you know, Twitter has been trying to struggle against cryptocurrency hackers and fraudsters for quite a while now. You know, whenever you'd go to Elon Musk or Vitalik Buterin or Charlie Lee or any other kind of crypto figure, anytime they would make a tweet, there would basically be another tweet just below them that would, as a response, that was very, very similar to their name, but obviously not quite the exact same name, their account name. That would be like, hey, I apologize for Binance being down, or in order to reward my followers, you can give me 0.1 Ethereum and I'll give you 10 Ethereum in return, which I don't know why anybody would ever fall for that, but apparently people do, because you can check the actual keys and wallets of these fraudster accounts, and they actually accumulate quite a bit of Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc. from doing that. Again, I don't know why anybody would do that. So apparently he got his account back, but let me just show you, this is just one of his replies, and I think this is what got him banned, and it said, wanna buy some Bitcoin, and there's just some anime girl on there. So I don't know what it was in response to. I'm sure we could take a look here. And I think it was talking about I love anime. Oh, mine. I love anime, and hey, what's happening with two-factor authentication for Tesla account, and then want to buy some Bitcoin. So I don't really know, but I think Twitter is going a little too crazy about it, especially for somebody like Elon Musk. I think he would probably end up contacting Twitter if he did get hacked, but I don't know. Good on Twitter, I guess, for at least responding to it quick, but bad on Twitter for just simply banning somebody because they said Bitcoin. So, who knows? Moving on, Trezor hardware wallet is integrating Shapeshift and Changelly. So this is kind of interesting. So if you have a lot of coin on your Trezor and you want to just instantly get a different coin, you can use Shapeshift or Changelly now. Now, a lot of people probably have their own ways of doing that already, but Shapeshift and Changelly are pretty convenient. You get, of course, it's a middleman, and you pay a little price for doing it. And I don't recommend doing it on like a daily basis or anything, but it's still a pretty decent addition to the Trezor hardware wallet. So until recently, hardware wallets and their software were mostly just about holding assets long term, but Trezor, one of the leading hardware wallets, has now released the option for in-wallet exchanges, which is kind of nice. Trezor built-in exchange will use the channels of Changelly and Shapeshift to affect trades. Although I've never used Changelly, I have used Shapeshift before, sometimes for Vertcoin, because when Vertcoin was fairly new, it wasn't really on many exchanges, and you sort of had to go to some kind of obscure exchange to trade it around, and I just said, screw that. I'm just going to Shapeshift it, and I'll pay like the 45 cents in fees to do that. Especially if you're trading like $50, $100 plus of Vertcoin, doesn't really affect you all that much. So Trezor itself does not plan to perform its own KYC, but usage of the system depends on the rules required by those exchange services. So if you do actually have to sign up to those in some way, or actually like a KYC, unfortunately you have to do that for Changelly and Shapeshift. So if that's something that you're just like, no, I refuse to do that, then I don't know, just don't. So Shapeshift will soon unroll mandatory account creation, while Changelly has been known to require KYC on a case-by-case basis when platforms seen as suspicious are involved. So that's kind of an interesting little feature. I honestly didn't really even think about that before, but it's kind of ingenious to be able to just swap your coin like that. And I suppose they could have probably made their own system for doing that, but that would take quite a bit of infrastructure on their part. So good for you, Trezor. So HTC finally launches its blockchain smartphone, the Exodus 1. So this is kind of interesting. Taiwanese phone maker HTC, which I used to have one for a long time. Excellent phone manufacturer. You can get a lot of like non-contract ones where you just pay by month, and it's like $30, $25 for a month, instead of paying like $100 for like basically the same phone. So I don't know. I'm not getting paid for that or anything. I just literally used to have an HTC. So they finally revealed its blockchain-based smartphone called the Exodus 1 has a cryptocurrency wallet that's stored separately from its Android operating system to ensure the total security of the crypto funds. HTC said the new model is part of the company's broader plan to focus on software and intellectual property. The phone can be pre-ordered at a price of about 0.15 Bitcoin or 4.78 Ether, which is the equivalent of approximately $980, but you can exclusively buy it with cryptocurrency, as it basically already stated. So the smartphone is expected to be shipped by the end of the year. So its main specs, it's a 6-inch HD display, 18:9 aspect ratio, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 of storage space. The smartphone is powered by Qualcomm. The 845 processor comes with 12 megapixel, 16 megapixel front cameras, 8x8 dual camera for selfies. Applications are run on Android Oreo, and the phone is resistant against dust and water. So, again, another clap to somebody, innovating in the crypto world, at least in their own little way. So things are still moving on in the crypto world. While regardless of prices being stagnant and low, compared to at least what we were used to at the end of 2017, or at least in the fall and such. But that's okay, because the world is still continuing to evolve with cryptocurrency, and that's a good thing. And you might think, well, what's a phone and what's Trezor hardware wallet going to integrate, going to affect the crypto world? But again, each in their own little way. We all have a little job to do. So the next one is sort of an unfortunate article. Spain approves a bill requiring the disclosure of cryptocurrency assets. So this doesn't affect anybody other than in Spain, but it just goes to show that governments worldwide are just slowly cracking down. You can see it happening slowly, and it's been going on like that for, about a year now. So the Spanish government has approved a draft anti-fraud law. Among other things, will require investors in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin Cash, because it's on Bitcoin.com, but out of all cryptocurrencies, to declare all the assets they hold at home and abroad. According to local media reports, the intention is to ring-fence taxes and prevent tax evasion, particularly on an asset class that until now has appeared to be exempt from regulatory oversight. Now, what's to prevent them from not knowing that you have crypto? Who knows, right? So I'm willing to bet that only like 10% of the population will actually just will actually declare their cryptocurrency assets. Honestly similar to the United States, where, the IRS is like, hey, you got to pay your taxes on crypto. And sure, if you, traded or bought millions of dollars in crypto, you probably should do your taxes, right? Because the IRS is going to see that, and they like to go after big fish. Mind you, the IRS is a big operation, but with only a little bit of people, so they typically go after big fish. Like if you owe them hundreds of thousands of dollars, expect a call from the IRS. But if you owe them like $50, maybe you'll get a letter in the mail, and then who knows? But I guess you should probably pay your taxes. But I'm just saying, not everybody declares their crypto, so... it's cracking down more and more and more. And the world of crypto that we knew a few years ago, that it was so underground that you could just log into an exchange with just an email address and a password, are long gone. And it's becoming more and more mainstream, and because of that, we're getting more fraudsters, we're getting more whales, we're getting more government oversight, and it's just going to continue that way the bigger it gets. There is no reversing from this point. It's sort of like rose-colored glasses and old video games that you used to play. I'm like, man, I used to love that video game because it was like this and that. Well, it's never going to happen again. It's never going to go back that way, that sort of thing. But just keep your crypto safe, and don't tell the government. Don't tell them I said that, though. Moving on to CoinMarketCap for the final talk of the day here. Market cap at $209 billion. So we still have been pretty low. So let's check this market cap. We used to be $300 billion for quite a while there, even though the prices were down, and now we're really feeling the crunch. And if we go to a year, we can kind of see that. Let's see, we don't have the market cap on. We want to take away this volume. Let's bring out the market cap. At its height, it was about January 7th at 819 billion market cap. And now, again, we're at 200, which we hadn't been at 200 since last year at around November. So we're all the way back to November, and we keep spiking randomly. And again, we were at 300 billion for a while there, and it's just been slowly slumping ever since. And it fell below 200 billion market cap for a little while there. But then it raised back pretty quick. Another interesting feature to mention is BTC dominance. Now, it's at 53.5%. You might be like, well, what does that mean? And that's just the overall dominance of Bitcoin. And interestingly enough, in 2018, BTC dominance fell dramatically, or rather in 2017. So 2017, we were looking at the beginning of 2017. Let's go to the beginning and sort of look into a little bit of 2018. So at the beginning of 2017, in January, BTC dominance was 85%. 85% of the entire market cap. Then we got Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. Well, it's at zero. Litecoin, a little bit of Ripple there, because Bitcoin was not one of the only currencies, but it was the currency then. And then as more and more got created, it really started to dump. And you can see here right at the end of 2017, at the beginning, when that crash started to happen, we could see about 60% towards the high of Bitcoin at the height, and then really, really dumped. But now it's really starting to slowly crawl back. And as you can see, it's getting higher and higher and higher. So let's go back to the to 2017 at the end here. And you can see now it's just slowly getting higher and higher. It dipped a little bit there, but starting to come back a little bit. And that means that basically people are selling their altcoins because in 2017 there was just ICO after ICO after ICO, altcoin creation after altcoin creation that people were pouring money into. And it's just everything and everything that people were pouring money into. And to do that, they were sort of selling their Bitcoin, or at least transferring their Bitcoin into these altcoins in hopes of making money. And then, it was through 2018, people started to realize, hey, these altcoins really aren't making me money now. They may make you money in a little bit. So is it a good decision to sell your Bitcoin for altcoins now or not? Time will have to tell. Another interesting thing I'd like to point out is that XRP had itself a little pump, and it is pumping. So if we look at like the 7-day chart here, or even the 1-day chart, we can go in, and we were looking at about 44 cents and pumped to 47. People bought in, and unfortunately the people that bought in are losing out on that penny at the moment, but it is starting to come back. So it kind of dumped, and people are trying to bring it back. So interesting that XRP did that. Also, at one point, XRP beat Ethereum in the market cap for a very short period of time. I think it was more like something along the lines of just a month or so ago. And you can see it went to $23 billion market cap September 30th, 24 there. And on September 24th, Ethereum was, let's see here. We'll take that market cap. We'll go back 3 months. September 30th. It actually beat it. See, like 23, 24, so it barely beat it. And for a brief time, it actually competed with it, and they were sort of going at it with each other, which would have been crazy, because if XRP were to beat Ethereum's market cap, that just kind of goes to show that puts an image in people's heads. Okay, it's winning, it's getting bigger, it's getting bigger. And I feel like that if it stayed above Ethereum's market cap for long enough, more and more and more people would pour their money into it because they see that it's going up. And I think it would beat it maybe permanently. So it didn't, though, and it's still in that race. But we'll have to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.